On March 3rd, 2026, it will be 20 years since KiDULTHOOD was released. It captured the zeitgeist and was a seminal film of its time. It marked a shift in the culture in the UK that has never been reverted. But the release in 2006 is not the whole story. There were hurdles, hardships, failures, triumphs, and snobbery. Whether you like it or not, I elevated a genre and wrote a film that changed the world and the people that made it forever. And now I'm going to tell you how. 20 years on, this is the story of KiDULTHOOD. It's 1999. I'm still working in Kensington Sports Centre. I'd always wanted to be an actor, but I'd never had the opportunities. And even though I did have drama, GCSE and A-level theatre studies, and I was told I was pretty good, it wasn't something you did where I was from. Where I was from, acting was the least of your worries. My friends were shotters, robbers, sometimes murderers. I find it really strange that people would call me intimidating years later, but I understand. Because you need to understand something. Where I'm from, when the baddest kid in the ends was gonna rob you, and you were shit scared, you had to look him in the eyes and make him think that you weren't. You had to make him think that it wasn't worth trying you. That's what I did. That's who I am. But around 1999, a lucky audition with a director called Ricky Blair got me in a show called Metrosexuality. We'd shot the pilot in 1998, and now it was going to be a series. That show was everything I wasn't: colourful, flamboyant, and inclusive. Some of these things I didn't even know about at the time. I remember mentioning it to my barber when I was getting my hair cut one day. I wanted to see what the consensus was, what people thought about me being in metrosexuality. Their response: if you do that man show, don't come back in this shop. I was scared of the people, scared of the reactions, but I'm my own man, so I did it anyway. And on the set of Metrosexuality, in one of the scenes, Ricky uttered lines that he'd written.
39-year-old kid out, kid out, kid out.
And that word stuck in my head.
Kid out.
It stuck with me because that's how I felt. One half of me was walking roads every day. Various girlfriends, all of whom I still speak to, by the way. But the other half of me was reading comic books and just wanted to go home and play, all the while navigating the area I lived in. I had bought myself Final Draft and had been teaching myself how to write as a hobby. But who'd you tell that where I'm from? Then on May 21st, 1999, a movie called Notting Hill came out. A film about my area that showed nothing of what I'd lived. It showed nothing of what I'd seen, of what I'd experienced, of what I knew. And although it was decent, and now I've seen it from both sides of the spectrum, at the time it pissed me off. It made me angry. It made me feel like I wasn't seen, like I wasn't anything. And I started writing that night. It was easy at first. I wrote 40 pages in one day because I knew it. I'd seen it, I'd lived it. Then it slowed down and took me about a month to finish the whole script. In late 1999, Ricky Blair was the first person to read KiDULTHOOD, and the story was beginning. 2000. Not much happened in the year 2000 or 2001. I was struggling as an actor, just trying to get roles, and the script just sat on my computer collecting metaphorical dust. But in 2001, I landed a role in the hit TV series I'll Be the Sim Pet, and something happened in America that changed a piece of the story and got me excited again. We were 3 months into shoot, and we were shooting in Arizona, in a city called Paved with a population of only 8,000. Then suddenly all of us, a British TV crew, rolled in with 150 people, and the whole place got excited. It was epic shooting away from home. And apart from being hazed and bullied for the whole job by Jimmy Nell, which everyone just thought was normal, and they called me a bully, I enjoyed that job a lot. We were out one night when an older woman came on to me. I mean, I was in my 20s and she was in her 40s. She explained that her husband had died and everyone in town knew. Everyone knew him, all the men knew him, so that none of them would come near her. She told me he had died by getting hit with a ball in the head, and the details just couldn't leave me. I went back to London and I started writing that into the script. The woman that Trife meets Stella, whose wallet they take, when he goes back later to her house, she tells him this whole story. The whole thing was in there. Most of it got cut, but if you look at the deleted scenes, it's still there. But it got me excited about the script again. I told Timothy Spall, and Timothy Spall wanted to read it. And then in 2001, Timothy Spall became the second person to read KiDULTHOOD. He mentioned in passing that his son Rafe may pursue acting. And I told him, Tim, you've been good to me. If the film ever happens, I'll make sure we get him in. 2002. I'm in a play at the Royal Court called Where Do We Live by Christopher Shin, and I'm in it with Adam Garcia, Jemima Rupa, Ray Panthaki, and others. Later down the line, I'd start writing with Ray and a couple of other guys, and a few scripts get written, including a nice rom-com called Players. But one day, I told those other guys about the script that I wrote called KiDULTHOOD. Those three guys become the next people to read it. Excitedly, I told them, don't worry guys, you're my mates. If I ever get the movie made, I'll give you a credit somehow. But make no mistake, and don't ever get it twisted. None of those guys, including Ray Panthaki, wrote a f***ing word on my script. And although I've heard many times since that they have claimed they did, I want to make that clear. What Ray did do, though, was tell me he knew a director that might be interested in reading it. A guy called Menhaj Huda. And that's when I met him. Menhaj Huda, aka Hood. Hoods is the director of KiDULTHOOD, and nobody's ever said he wasn't. He's the man that told me, I'm going to turn this script into a movie. People often try and play us against each other by trying to make out that I don't give him enough credit, but that's not true. I've never not mentioned that Hoods was the director. The truth is, people don't want to give me credit for creating this film, and it's the weak-minded, passive-aggressive way of doing that by making out like I'm not giving him the credit, which I always will because I got a lot of love for Hoods. The rest of 2002, Hoods and I continued to try and get the film made. Hoods gave the script to his agent, who allowed his assistants to represent me. Thanks to Hoods, I got a writing agent who would stick with me for 19 years without any complaints. That is until 2021, when all the shit happened. And he dumped me and has never spoken to me since. Hoods and I had meetings at every place imaginable. We pitched the film left, right, and center. And every single person in the industry said the same thing. No. There was one meeting at one particular company that we were all very excited about, only for the woman working there at the time to tell us that her kids did not speak or behave like this. I asked her how she knew that. She wasn't happy. That was the last conversation or meeting I ever had with that company until 2014 when she left. And they say I block people. KiDULTHOOD was dead. Everybody had said no, and there was no way anybody could see this film getting made. We just didn't know what to do.